There's a phrase that a lot of people are familiar with. It says some things money can't buy. You know what one of those things money can't buy is respect. Paul George is out here seeking his respect. He's talking about all the disrespect that he's been facing. He wants it to cease and desist. And although he wants it to stop, I feel like it's the respect that he's seeking is respect that he's gonna have to earn through action. And not via the 50, 40, 90 that he's putting on during the regular season, not the defensive player of the year kind of accolades that he's a candidate, not being an MVP candidate like he was several years ago, a couple years ago with the OKC Thunder. He's gonna have to be MVP of the playoffs. He's gonna have to get his team to the NBA Finals. He's gonna have to win a championship. Paul George needs to understand that. And this is where I feel like a lot of people are missing the point. Like, I feel like they feel like people are picking on him for no reason. He's given himself his own nickname, which I think only Kobe was able to give himself like his own nickname, and maybe Shaq, because Shaq was winning chips. So he's giving himself his own nickname. He's not even living up to that nickname. Playoff P is not something that we want to see in the playoffs. So he needs to rewrite that in order for him to finally get his respect. I think the respect that he's asking for is, I know I had a bad playoff series last year, but it's not like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? He can't say, I know I had a bad playoff series last year. Cut me some slack. This is a new year. He keeps having bad playoff series over and over. OKC, when Dame Lillard hit that shot in his face, he had a bad playoff series down the stretch there. Then when they lost to the Utah Jazz, he had a bad playoff series there. I mean, Indiana Pacers, they went up 2-1 on the Toronto Raptors, #1 seed. And after that, Paul George basically disappeared in that whole series. That series was an up and down series because a lot of the guys were inconsistent, including Paul George. It's not like one bad playoff series. It's multiple that have piled up. So now you earn yourself a reputation that you didn't want to have. You got that hat, you got that jacket. Now you got to wear it, or you got to shake it and call your stylist and shake it. Well, who's the stylist? It's the playoffs. It's your performance in the playoffs. It's how you approach the game, your integrity. You can't care about what everybody thinks about you so much. And it pains me to say this to somebody because, like, your career is finite. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only have like maybe a 10-year window, especially in your prime in the NBA. But I'll say 7 years for you to really get something done. Because, first 3 years, then it's like you hit your prime, and then now you're on the back line, and then whatever comes. Paul George is like stuck right in the middle. And for him to focus a lot of his energy on what he say, she say, it's not great. Kobe, they asked Kobe one time, like, hey, what these guys say that you're this, down, and third, how does that make you feel? Kobe said, I don't give about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a F about that. That's not something that I place my game on or place my pride. I don't care about what my peers feel about me in terms of my game. This is my game. He has to approach it like, this is me. This is my career. This is my life. I can't be worried if Seth Curry doesn't respect me or another guy doesn't respect me. I can't worry if people think I'm on LeBron level or not. I'm on my level, and this is what my level is, and show people that, and showcase that. He has to let it go, man. He has to let it go. The more he talks about it, the less we talk about all the other dysfunction around him, like Kawhi Leonard not showing up down the stretch during that 3-1 collapse. The less we talk about how the Clippers ancillary parts didn't show up and stuff like that. The more he talks, the more he hurts himself, and he just needs to play. Just play 50, 40, 90 this season. This is good. Do it in the playoffs. Instead of playoff P, call yourself something else, or maybe we'll bring that back, that PG-13. Hoops Junction, Hoops Hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.